Let's talk about Lady Venus. Hi lovely witch, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the luminous, enchanting energy of Lady Venus, goddess of love, beauty, passion, and abundance. If you've been feeling called to work with her, this video will help guide you. This video is broken down into 5 parts. We're going to be going over who Lady Venus is and what her energy is all about, what she can help you with in your personal journey. We'll be going over some common correspondences. I'll be sharing my personal experience with her and how to start working with her. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. So let's get into it. Who is Lady Venus? Lady Venus, also known as Aphrodite in Greek mythology, is a divine embodiment of love, sensuality, and creative power. She represents not just romantic love, but also self-love, passion, and the deep appreciation of beauty in all its forms. Her energy is warm, indulgent, and magnetic. She invites us to embrace pleasure, literally over everything, and embrace confidence and the divine feminine within us. Venus has a fascinating origin story. The Romans actually brought Venus over from Greece, and in Greek mythology there are 2 variations to how Aphrodite came about. But my favorite is the most fascinating one, at least in my opinion. She is said to have been born of the sea, and I do strongly associate Venus with everything of the sea, which is one of the reasons why I find this story fascinating. But also because in Greek mythology, Gaia, Mother Earth, was married to Uranus, god of the sky. And Gaia was honestly not really enjoying the sexual life with her husband, basically. The way I've read the story is he was basically a brute and not pleasing her, and so she was over it, especially because he wasn't providing her babies anymore, any more fruit into the earth. And so their son, the Titan Cronus, by order of his mother, overthrew his father Uranus and basically cast off his severed remains into the ocean. From the sea foam that was produced of this act, that is where Aphrodite, or Venus, emerged fully formed, riding upon a scalloped seashell to the shores of Cyprus. Now tell me that's not a fascinating story. This divine birth symbolizes her connection to the ocean, fluidity, and the powerful, uncontrollable force of love and desire. Throughout mythology, Venus is known for her beauty, charm, and ability to stir love and passion in both mortals and gods alike. She was a central figure in many myths, from the love story of Venus and Mars to her role in the Trojan War, where she famously supported Paris and Helen's fateful union. The reason for the Trojan War. She basically started the Trojan War. Talk about passion. So what can Venus help you with in your journey? Working with Lady Venus can bring so many blessings into your life, depending on your intentions, of course. Some of the main things that she can help you with are self-love and confidence. She teaches us how to embrace our own beauty and worth unapologetically. Romantic and platonic relationships. Whether you're seeking love or deepening a relationship or healing heartbreak, she will be an incredible guide for you. Creativity and the arts. If you're an artist, a writer, or a musician, she can help enhance inspiration and creative flow. Manifestation and abundance. Venus rules luxury and financial prosperity, so she can be called on for attracting success and wealth. So if you're looking for a better career or just need help in general with growing your finances, she is definitely great at that. Sensuality and pleasure. She encourages us to slow down and indulge, enjoy life's pleasures and our bodies. In fact, if you go deep into the Venus Aphrodite mythology, you will learn that she was also the goddess of prostitutes. The Greeks and Romans highly encouraged sexual pleasure. And one thing you'll notice when working with Lady Venus is that she will encourage you to incorporate incorporate your sexual energy into manifesting the things that you want. So anything that you want to improve in your life regarding these 5 major things that I mentioned, she can definitely help you with. Because she is great with helping you connect to self-love and confidence, I feel like she is really great to work with if you like to do glamour magic, or if you want to consider start doing glamour magic, because that's really what it's all about, is self-love and confidence for the most part. And if you're interested, I did recently post a video all about glamour magic, so feel free to check that out. When working with her, Venus reminds us that love, both of ourselves and others, is the most powerful force in the universe. Here are some common correspondences that align with Venus's energy. Her colors are pink, red, gold, copper, and emerald green. Her elements are water and air. Her day of the week is Friday, aka Venus Day. Her symbols are roses, seashells, mirrors, swans, doves, cherubs, hearts, and stars. Some common crystals associated with her are rose quartz, emerald, amazonite, ruby, and copper. Some great consumables would be honey, sweet wines, chocolate, cinnamon, figs, apples, pomegranates, and really any kind of like sweet, juicy, very indulgent type fruits and things like that. Her astrological rulership are Taurus and Libra, both associated with the planet Venus. These are just some of the more common associations. There are so many things, and also just remember, whatever you feel connects you to her energy, that is also a great correspondence. If for some reason you feel that dolphins are connected to her, which they are, I feel like all marine life is connected to Venus, then go ahead and incorporate dolphins into your workings, into your altar, into whatever it is you want to use the correspondences for. My personal journey with Venus is definitely one of self-love, abundance, and creativity. When I first started working with her, I immediately noticed a shift in my self-perception. She encouraged me to slow down, appreciate my own beauty, and indulge in self-care without guilt. I also saw my creative inspiration flourish. Ideas flowed more freely, and I felt more confident expressing myself artistically. She has definitely helped me embrace my sensuality, and with that, she has continuously reminded me to use my sexual energy when I am trying to manifest pretty much anything, especially regarding financial abundance. And I absolutely love that that is one of her go-to suggestions for me. I've been doing self-love rituals on Fridays for a very long time now. And sometimes I haven't been really that consistent, but ever since I started working with her, it's way more enjoyable, and I definitely feel a strong connection with her every time I do give myself the time to do a self-love ritual on Venus days. Working with Venus isn't just about receiving though. It's about embodying her energy. She teaches us to walk with grace, embrace our sensuality, and love ourselves fiercely. So how can you start working with Venus? Like with any other deity, I strongly encourage you that if you feel the need to work around these energies that I mentioned before, then go ahead and reach out to her first. You do not have to wait for a deity to reach out to you or send you any kinds of signs or signals that they want to work with you. If you feel called to work with a certain energy that a deity embodies, then go ahead and reach out to that deity and see if you get any kind of energy back from them. Most of the time you do. Reaching out to her is very simple. You could make a whole ritual out of it, but you could also simply center and ground your energy, meditate, and verbally or in your mind call out to her. Tell her that you are interested in connecting with her, and tell her why you are interested in connecting with her. What parts of your life do you feel you need help with that she specifically can help you with? The first time I personally called out to Venus, I did meditate on it at first, and I did feel a warm sensation, and then I wrote in my journal what exactly I wanted her help with, and when I went to bed, I had one of the most beautiful dreams ever. Like, it was a very pretty dream. So yeah, she can definitely send you messages through dreams. Tarot is another good way to communicate with her. A pendulum, if you're not familiar with tarot, I would recommend starting with a pendulum. They are very beginner friendly and will give you very direct responses. You may also just simply feel an energy shift, or like me, you may sometimes even hear verbal communication from her. Sometimes the way a deity communicates with you is through messages in your everyday life, which is why I strongly encourage you to try and center and ground as much as possible, because that's what's going to help you be more observant of your everyday life and notice the subtle little messages. And if you need more obvious direct messages from a deity, you can simply ask them for it. They will try their best to communicate with you if you really want to communicate with them. Another good way to start working with her is to make Fridays sacred, like I do. Honor her energy by indulging in beauty rituals or engaging in self-care. Once you start working with her, you may feel inclined to create an altar to her. Your altar space to her can include anything that you feel corresponds to her, and an altar is a sacred space. It can be either just for communicating with her or also doing spell work with her, as well as a place to be giving her offerings. Once you start working with a deity, you will feel inclined to show them appreciation by giving offerings. Setting up an altar, that alone is an offering. And your altar doesn't have to be intricate or expensive at all. Simply think about what you feel corresponds to her and place those on a little table or dresser and make that your sacred space for her. Another great way to connect with her is to start working with Venusian astrology. Venus, if you can see right there, and my Black Moon Lilith, they are very strong energies that I work with in astrology. Once you start learning about your Venus sign in your birth chart and understanding its energy, you will see how easy it is to embody Venusian energy in your everyday life. You can also start paying attention to the planet Venus's transits and understand its influence in your life. When working with Venus, what's most important is inviting her presence into your life with an open heart. Venus responds beautifully to devotion, pleasure, and genuine gratitude. Venus is a powerful, loving force that can transform your relationship with yourself, love, and creativity. Whether you seek her guidance in relationships, abundance, or personal empowerment, she will meet you with warmth and grace. If you already work with Venus, let me know in the comments how she has shown up in your life. And if you're just beginning your journey with her, let me know in the comments what you're interested in working her with, what part of her energy interests you the most. Let me also know if you have any further questions on Venus. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.